Hey there, Mike Perez with Mastering the Young Band. Getting your podium ears, developing your ears to know how to detect errors and then how to fix them is one of the hardest things when you're first coming out of your schooling, out of college. That first time you're in front of an ensemble and you just hear that wall of sound coming at you, you're not sure how to fix it, you're not sure what the errors are. But there are strategies to it. That's what I want to talk about in this video. When you are in front of the young band, I have to be honest, I can't always hear all the errors either, but I know, the top reasons why it might sound how it does. So the first thing, before we get to actual error detection and developing your ears, is I like to ask student teachers to follow a learning sequence that I have. I almost never with my young band just do sight reading. Like we pass out a piece and it's a piece we're doing for the concert, I should clarify. Very rarely do I pass out one of our concert pieces and just go, okay, here we go, beginning, and we just play it all the way through. For the young band, I feel like that's a waste of time. You need to work on sight reading, but work on it in different ways. Instead, what you do is you develop a learning sequence. So for me, with my students, when we open up a piece of sheet music, I always start where everybody's playing. So if we're playing a piece of music where not everybody comes in until, let's say, measure 21, we will start at 21. A lot of introductory material in pieces of music kind of hint at the theme or take the theme and put it in different variations. Starting where everybody comes in generally is going to introduce the theme to them, and it gets the kids excited because they are all playing at the same time. So we will start at a spot where all of us play together, and then I sequence it. Again, I don't just go, okay, we're going to play starting at measure 21, here we go. We count it. And when we're counting, I listen, and if I hear a section counting it wrong, I'll go finish the section, go, okay, can I just hear clarinets and horn? Count your part. Let's say they have the same part. And then they count that, and that's where you're going to detect errors. Go, oh, they're not counting measure 21 correct. If you hear they're really counting something incorrectly, put one of those parts up on a document camera and have the whole band count it with them. Then put it back in context. Okay, everybody count that section again. Then we daw it, we go through and dawing. Sometimes I'll have sections, daw, go, okay, trombones, baritone, low winds, let's say. Can you daw that for me? And again, you're listening. This is a great way for you to hear, is the rhythm aligned? Are they vertically aligning their rhythm? The next thing is then we will air and finger, or then we might play, just depending on how challenging the piece is and how I hear them counting and dawing. Then what you can do before you rehearse with your kids, you can anticipate where the errors are going to be. I teach a concept called the critical note with my young band students. And what the critical note is it's the most missed note in a key signature. So let's talk about concert B flat. It's going to be the 7th scale degree. It's going to be that concert A. And so what you can do before preparing for your class and your conductor score, go to your score and highlight, circle, do something and mark the critical notes in the section you're going to rehearse that day. What you're going to find with your kids, even if you tell them to mark, okay, first thing, we're going to mark our critical notes. When they play, guarantee kids are still going to miss it. So by knowing where those critical notes are when the kids play, you can anticipate the errors. And that's actually a lot of error detection for teachers that have been teaching a while. They know where the errors are going to come just by looking at it, anticipating it. We try to teach sometimes to avoid the errors, but they're still going to happen. So when you can anticipate the errors, you can watch, and then you're going to start hearing it go, hey, I hear it. That error there is because the trumpet's playing B flat instead of B in that spot. So by marking your score with those critical notes, that's one way to help you with your conductor ears. Even if you're not always hearing it, you're anticipating it. Another thing that's going to help you is it's really tempting when you rehearse a piece of music to automatically go to the melody and just go, okay, can I hear just the melody, people, in this section? Now, you do need to hear the melody, but most of your errors are going to occur either in your middle voices or in your low voices. So maybe you start with the middle voices. You go, okay, middle voices, can I please hear alto sax, horn, and let's say tenor sax? Can you play for me in this section? And you'll be surprised hearing those inner voices. That's a lot of times where your errors are going to occur in the young band, is you're going to hear those middle voices playing that have a harmony part. Those parts are just harder for them to hear. And so by anticipating it, you're going to hear that and you're going to start hearing their errors. As you can tell with a lot of this, the key to this is you have to break it down. When you're rehearsing a section, you can't just keep playing the same section over and over. You have to go melody parts, you have to go counter melody parts, you have to go low wind parts, you have to go percussion, and so on. That's how you develop your podium ears. Take the best teacher in the world and a section plays, if there's more than a few airs, if there's a lot of airs, even they're not gonna be able to hear everything. It's that in that breaking it down, that's where you're gonna start being able to develop and hear those airs. That's how I develop it. A master teacher anticipates and knows. They can just look at a score and be able to go, yep, there, 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 there. And you try to pre-teach it and do stuff to help them, but you're gonna hear and see those airs. As a young teacher, you just have to do a little bit more score study. You have to mark things, you're gonna have to break it down and hear those airs, and then you'll be able to fix it. So that's my best advice for developing your podium ears is play a section, break it down. If you're hearing a lot of airs, like let's say you break it down to, you go, okay, I wanna hear the low winds in this section, and you're still hearing airs and you're not sure, then break it down some more. Go, okay, can I just hear the bass clarinets there? And if the bass clarinets play great, okay, great. Okay, now can I hear just bassoons and tubas there, and so on. You just have to keep breaking it down until you, the director, hear the airs. If you're not sure where the airs are occurring, that is the best way to find it. When you're doing the full band thing, it's just too hard to hear because there's too much happening. So that's my best advice to you when you're developing your podium ears is first of all, marking key signature, anticipating where kids are gonna miss notes. That includes accidentals, by the way, looking through and going, okay, there's a G sharp there in trumpets, they're gonna miss that, we need to talk about that. And then breaking it down, especially those inner voices are where you're gonna hear a lot of your mistakes. So developing podium ears, a lot of it is anticipation and then that breaking down process. That's how you're gonna really develop and hear what's happening with your young band.